I have been reaching for you longer than you realize. I speak these words not with anger but with a tenderness that refuses to let go. This is not a message of force or pressure. It is a message of love that has been waiting patiently for the right moment to break through. I have called you in ways you did not expect, and through moments you quickly dismissed. I have whispered when the world was quiet and nudged you when life felt overwhelming. I have waited while you looked everywhere else for answers, hoping that something or someone would fill what only I could. And now I stop you here, in this exact moment, because what happens next matters more than you know. You were not planning to be here today. You were not searching for this message, but I was searching for you. I know what your days have looked like. I know how heavy your thoughts have become and how tired your soul feels. That is why I interrupt you now, not later when it feels convenient, not tomorrow when you think you will be ready, but right now. Because if I waited, you would keep moving forward without realizing how close you are to missing something that was always meant for you. I have been calling you through many different voices. I called you through that restlessness you could not explain away. I called you through opportunities that closed when you were certain they would open. I called you through unexpected delays that frustrated you deeply. I called you through quiet moments that forced you to slow down and think. I called you through people who spoke words that made you uncomfortable. I called you through silence that made you question everything you thought you knew. None of it was random. None of it was wasted. Every single moment was an invitation, never a punishment. I know there were times when you felt me close and turned away. Moments when you told yourself you would respond when you had more time. Moments when you chose distraction because it felt safer than facing what was being asked of you. I know you delayed not because you did not care, but because you were exhausted, uncertain, and afraid of what listening might require. I understand that completely. I saw your hesitation and I never walked away. I stayed close even when you stepped back. Please do not turn away today. I am not asking you to have everything figured out. I am not demanding that you fix everything in your life right now. I am simply asking you to stay here with me, to listen, to open your heart just enough to let me speak. This moment is different from all the others. Not because I love you more now than I did before, but because timing has reached a place where ignoring this voice will change more than you realize. If you sense something stirring inside you as you listen, write the word present in the comments. Let that simple word be your way of saying you are here, you are listening, you are willing to stay open to what I want to say. This exact message will not come to you again in the same way. I do not repeat moments like this casually. What makes this moment powerful is not just the words themselves, but the alignment of your heart, your history, and this precise point in time. You cannot rewind this moment. You cannot recreate it later when it feels more comfortable. You can only receive it now or let it pass by. I say that not to pressure you, but to be completely honest with you. This message is deeply personal. It is not general. It is not meant to speak to everyone who might hear it. Many people will listen and feel nothing. Many will move on without pause. But you are still here. That is not coincidence. This was meant for you, the one whose heart feels unsettled right now, the one who senses that something is different about this moment. I am speaking directly to you, not to a crowd. Everything in your life has aligned to bring you to this place at this time. The delays you hated, the questions you wrestled with, the timing you could not understand. All of it was leading you here. I arranged circumstances you could not see. I waited for moments you did not know were necessary. I allowed certain things to fall apart so you would be present to hear this when it mattered most. This is not chance. This is divine orchestration. Hear me carefully. I am not speaking with anger. I am not trying to frighten you, but love warns when it sees what is at risk. I am being direct with you because I care deeply about what comes next. Ignoring this moment will not leave you unchanged. You cannot walk past this and remain the same. You will either move closer to truth or drift further from it. Staying neutral is not an option here. I know you have learned to protect yourself by keeping your expectations low. I know you have guarded your heart by maintaining distance. I know you have told yourself that if you do not listen too closely, you will not have to feel the weight of making a choice. But distance does not protect you from consequences. It only delays the moment when you must face them. And delay makes everything harder. not easier. Stay with me. Do not rush away from this. Do not let your mind convince you this is just another message you can dismiss. You feel the difference because there is a difference. I am asking you to listen not with fear but with openness. I am asking you to let me reach the places you have carefully guarded. I am asking you to trust that I would not stop you here without good reason. Clarity is near. Help is closer than you think. Direction is about to become clear, but only if you stay, only if you listen, only if you allow this moment to do what it was sent to do. You do not need to understand everything right now. You only need to remain present. Do not turn away. Do not delay. I found you here for a reason, and that reason is tied directly to what happens next in your life. I did not begin speaking to you today. I have been reaching for you across time, long before you realized how close I was. I spoke to you through thoughts that came suddenly and would not leave your mind. Thoughts that asked questions your heart could not ignore. You tried to reason them away, telling yourself they were just your imagination or stress. But they were me planting seeds, awakening awareness. I also spoke through people who came into your life. Some stayed briefly, some longer, but each carried words meant to reach you. Sometimes they spoke truth gently, sometimes awkwardly, sometimes in ways that irritated you. But even then I was working, using imperfect people to point you towards something greater. I spoke through delays that made no sense. Doors you prayed would open stayed shut. Plans you made carefully did not unfold as you hoped. You wondered why progress felt so slow. But I was speaking through those delays, protecting you from paths that would have cost more than you knew. I spoke through disruptions when life refused to follow your plans. You did not like being interrupted. You wanted stability, control. But those disruptions were invitations to trust me beyond your understanding. There were times when you sensed me very clearly. Peace suddenly settled. Conviction rose gently. A quiet knowing pressed into your spirit. Yet you doubted. You asked if it was really me. You worried about being wrong. Doubt came not because you lacked faith, but because you feared the cost of listening fully. Still, I did not withdraw. I adjusted the way I spoke, not because you failed me, but because I understand the human heart. I pursued you persistently, but never aggressively. I walked beside you patiently. When you stepped back, I did not step away. When you ignored one sign, I placed another in your path. Love does not give up easily. Even when you felt distant, you were never forgotten. I never confused your hesitation with rejection. I knew the difference between fear and refusal. I knew when your heart was tired rather than closed. That is why I remained gentle, why I stayed present. There were seasons when you felt completely unseen, when you wondered if anyone noticed your quiet struggle. But I saw you. I saw the effort you put in when no one thanked you. I saw the faith you held onto when it felt weak. I saw the moments you almost gave up but somehow kept going. If you have felt unseen or overlooked, type "seen" in the comments. Let me know you are here and that you understand I have always been watching over you. I remembered you when you thought you were forgotten. I remembered the promises I placed in your heart even when you stopped speaking them. I remembered the prayers you prayed once and then buried under disappointment. I remembered the version of you that hoped boldly before life taught caution. My pursuit of you did not depend on your consistency. It depended entirely on my faithfulness. I want you to understand that my calling was never about controlling you. It was about protecting you. Every time I reached for you, I could see what you could not. I could see the outcomes, the consequences, the opportunities ahead. I was trying to save you from unnecessary pain and lead you toward lasting peace. I know why you kept turning away. You did not turn away because you did not care. You turned away because you were afraid, exhausted, disappointed, and trying to protect a heart that had already been wounded. Fear spoke loudly, fear of making the wrong choice, fear of losing what little stability you had, fear that you were not strong enough or ready enough. Fear whispered that listening would require changes you could not manage, surrender you could not afford. I saw how fear convinced you that staying where you were, even if it hurt, was safer than moving towards something unknown. You were also exhausted in ways you did not allow yourself to admit. You had been carrying weight for too long without real rest. You learned to function while tired, to keep going while empty. When I called you during those seasons, you wanted to answer but did not feel you had the strength. Turning away felt easier. Disappointment shaped your reactions. You had hoped before and been let down. You had trusted and felt hurt. You had stepped forward with expectation only to feel the ground give way. Disappointment taught you caution, taught you to lower expectations, taught you to question anything hopeful, including my voice. Pain taught you to guard your heart tightly to avoid situations that might reopen wounds. I understand that instinct. I saw how you learned it from loss, not comfort. I do not condemn you for that. I have never condemned you for needing time, for feeling unsure, for stepping back when overwhelmed. What I bring now is understanding, not judgment. You avoided not because you were rebellious, but because you were tired of being brave. You avoided because trusting again felt like too much to ask of a heart already stretched thin. I saw how you wrestled with yourself, how one part longed to move closer while another pulled you back. That inner conflict was not weakness. It was evidence of a heart still trying to heal. When you turned away, I did not step back in anger. I stayed near with patience. I adjusted the way I reached for you. Sometimes I softened my voice. Sometimes I waited longer. I did not demand immediate response because you needed space to feel safe. Love that heals does not rush. I never saw your avoidance as rejection. I saw it as fear asking for reassurance, exhaustion asking for rest, disappointment asking for healing. That is why I did not stop calling. I knew that with time and steady love, your heart would soften again. You may look back now and wish you had responded sooner, trusted more quickly, hesitated less. Do not let regret take root. Every moment of hesitation taught you something. It revealed your needs, your wounds, your limits. It prepared you to approach me now with honesty instead of pretense. I have compassion for the parts that pulled away. I have tenderness for your fear. I have patience for your exhaustion. I have understanding for your disappointment. None of it disqualified you. None of it pushed me away. Now as you listen, you are not the same person you were when you first turned away. You have learned, you have healed in ways you may not realize. You are more aware of your fears, more honest about your limits, more open about your need for grace. That is why you can hear me differently now. I am not here to accuse you. I am here to show you that I understood why you turned away. And I am here to let you know you do not have to protect yourself from me anymore. My love is not another wound waiting to happen. It is a place of rest, healing, and truth. This message could not wait any longer. I speak with urgency not to alarm you, but because time has reached a point of decision. There are seasons where waiting is wisdom. There are moments where waiting becomes avoidance. You have crossed from one into the other. Because I love you, I will not remain silent while delay reshapes your path. Things are moving now in ways they were not before. Doors are shifting. Paths are narrowing. If you delay here, you will not simply pause progress. You will redirect it. I am speaking so that your direction is chosen with awareness, not by default. Continued delay dulls discernment. It quiets the sensitivity of your spirit. What once felt clear begins to feel uncertain. What once stirred your heart begins to feel optional. Peace becomes fragile. Confusion grows quietly. When you delay responding long enough, the danger is not sudden loss but gradual distance. You wake up one day feeling farther away. I am calling you now to close that space while it can still be closed easily. You are ready in ways you were not before. Your questions have changed, your prayers have matured. Your awareness has sharpened. This message could not come earlier because you would have misheard it. It cannot wait now because you are finally able to receive it fully. I am not asking you to rush blindly. I am asking you to move honestly, to stop postponing obedience under the name of wisdom, to stop delaying response because decision feels uncomfortable. Growth always feels uncomfortable at first. That does not mean it is wrong. What you feel rising inside you is not fear. It is not condemnation. It is awareness. Your spirit recognizes that something is being asked of you that cannot be postponed. If you feel the pull to stay and listen even while wanting to step away, that is because your heart recognizes the importance of this moment. I waited until now because you can handle the truth now. Earlier it would have overwhelmed you. Now you can hear my heart beneath my words. You can feel my love even in my firmness. That is growth. That is readiness. This message could not wait because the next steps of your life require clarity. I am aligning you now so that when movement comes, you will recognize it without panic. When opportunity appears, you will not shrink back in fear. When change is required, you will not mistake it for loss. I am not rushing you out of impatience. I am calling you forward out of care. I see what is forming beneath the surface. I see how close you are to settling for something familiar simply because it feels safer than responding to my call. This urgency is about protection. Distraction becomes easier the longer you delay. Numbness feels more comfortable. Justification sounds more convincing. I am calling you now to respond while your heart is still soft, while your spirit is still sensitive, while your awareness is still sharp. The urgency you feel is not pressure to perform. It is the call to respond while the door is open, while clarity is available, while grace is near. That is why this message could not wait. Now is the time to listen fully. Now is the time to stop delaying. Now is the time to choose awareness over avoidance, trust over fear, response over hesitation. I am with you in this moment. I am not demanding perfection. I am inviting movement. This is not about doing everything at once. It is about not turning away again. It is about staying present. It is about allowing this moment to change you instead of numbing yourself to it. This is your moment to respond, to open your heart, to trust that I have been guiding you here for a reason that will soon become clear.